Hello and welcome to InfoPro Digital's studios in Piccadilly, London. My name is Victor Anderson. I have with me today Adam Cottingham, who is from SmartStream. Now, SmartStream won the Best Corporate Actions platform for the buy-side at last year's Buy-Side Technology Awards. Adam, unfortunately, wasn't available to chat to us at that time, so he's come in to chat to us today. So, Adam, thanks very much for spending a bit of time with us this morning. Now, SmartStream is currently placing a lot of emphasis and a lot of its effort behind its TLM Corporate Actions platform. That's the product that was responsible for delivering this win for SmartStream. Do you want to talk a little bit about why this is and where all this demand is coming from the buy side right now?
Okay, so 2018 was a record-breaking year for Corporate Actions and SmartStream, and so it's only natural that they get behind the product, and they have invested to be able to make sure that we continue to grow well. We've signed a record number of new names, implemented a record number of projects, and are generating record revenues for the business. The reason for this is principally because we've changed our engagement model. So we're making it easier for people to onboard the product by our model client configuration that accelerates delivery. We have a fair value pricing model whereby people are able to have a total cost of ownership for a project, which means that they can get budgetary approval.
Right.
And underpinning this, we have hired well. We've hired people with corporate actions domain experience. And so when people are engaging with us, they're finding it easier because it's a peer in the corporate action space talking to a peer in the corporate action space.
So they understand the kind of the vagaries of corporate actions processing, etc. You've got domain expertise within the organization talking to potential clients, right?
Yeah, we try to not be very salesy.
Yeah, okay. So let's talk a little bit about the challenges facing buy-side firms in terms of their ability to process corporate actions efficiently. Typically, what are you seeing with a lot of buy-side firms right now? So kind of, do they have corporate actions processing platforms in place? And if not, how are they managing that? And what are the challenges associated with improving the efficiency around that whole process?
The potential for taking a corporate actions solution to market for the buy-side is huge. Yes. There are hundreds and thousands of buy-side firms around the world. Often they have no solution in place. Sometimes they're supported by their prime brokers, and so there is no validation on their side as to what's going on. But the process is largely the same, and our corporate action solution fits that requirement very well. What they need help with is making sure that they have an appropriate business case, a solution that they can afford, and a solution that can be delivered quickly, because they don't have the economies of scale of some of the larger sell-side firms, and so they can't afford their projects to overrun, and they can't afford to pay very, very high values for something that is applicable to all of them.
Yeah, okay. So let's talk a little bit about the actual functionality, the key criteria that underpin TLM Corporate Actions. So, if I've got you on the spot here a little bit. So, if I said to you, what are the functions that most resonate with buy-side firms from TLM Corporate Actions perspective, what would you say to that?
From a control perspective, the solution is diary-driven. So it will give them a view of all the events they're processing, and it will allow them to achieve automation for processing those events, or achieve proactive alerts whereby they can see that an operator needs to step in and make a decision. Underpinning that workflow is the ability to pull notifications from any party in the market and be able to generate a golden record. Then we apportion positions, manage their eligibility to be able to generate communications for all parties concerned about the event, and also to be able to notify that elections are in situ and that deadlines need to be met for these things to be elected upon.
Yes.
And then the third part of the system is the ability to generate the entitlements, the outcomes of the events, to be able to forecast these and to be able to post them into the accounting system.
Okay. Now the platform also, over the course of the last 12 months, added proxy voting functionality, right? Do you want to talk a little bit about that and why that's significant?
So it's significant within the European domain and anyone that trades a European stock, because the European Shareholders Rights Directive is coming into play.
Yes.
The second version of that in 2020.
Right.
And so people are looking at how they process proxy to be able to process the proxy voting electronically and make sure that they are compliant. And our solution manages that compliance.
Okay. A final question to you, Adam, then. Let's talk a little bit about the next 12 months. I know that SmartStream's working on, has got a number of initiatives. Do you want to talk a little bit about what the company has in the pipeline from TLM Corporate Actions perspective?
So we are going to replace our UI front to back. The first place that we're going to do that is within the portal, and then the operations UI will be replaced as well as the configurations UI. What this will give the solution is an exceptionally modern look and feel, and make the ease of processing corporate actions even better within the solution. We're also going to replace our reporting capability to be able to put the ability of generating reports and managing reports in the operations user's hands.
Okay. All right. Adam, thanks very much for spending a bit of time with us today. You've been great. And thank you to Waters Technologies readers for watching this clip. I look forward to catching up with you fairly shortly.